Let me open this up while I'm waiting. Hey, people. Hey. About to marinate some chicken. Let's marinate some wings. It's about to be the easiest marinade y'all have ever seen. Listen, okay. I know I just got off the scopes a second ago. Right, here I am. Hey, what's up? Well, I was just watching your previous scope. 2 scopes in one night. You don't even really know what to do with me right now. Okay, this is what happens. I end up cooking randomly late at night. So listen, I made these the other day. And my homegirl loved them. So I was like, let me go ahead and show y'all. I mean, I'm not going to cook them tonight, obviously, but I'm going to show y'all what it is. So it's real simple. It's literally like 4 ingredients. So I have this, which I normally don't use, this Kansas City Classic Rub Sweet Ancho Grill and Roast. I got this for free from somebody. And let's see what's in it. Salt, brown sugar, garlic, onion, paprika, thyme, coriander, ancho chili, chipotle chilies, parsley, cloves, canola oil, and allspice, right? Okay, so that's this. Any kind of like barbecue spice that you like. And so I got my wings here, already defrosted in a bowl, and I like to load it up. Listen, when I say load it up, I'm not playing no games. I'm loading these wings up. 1, I got this for free. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. 1, I got this for free, so I ain't really too much worried about the price or how much I use, okay? So it's a lot on there. There are no measurements on this, okay? So I got the wings here, and you could do this if you had whole wings or whatever. I know late night cooking. If you had whole wings or whatever, you could do that. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. So then I take my favorite barbecue sauce of all time, which is Kansas City's own. For those of you guys who know me, I am from Kansas City originally. Gates barbecue sauce. Listen, okay, this is the only barbecue sauce that I eat. If you guys have followed me on YouTube for some time, I did a review on this like a year or 2 ago. How long have you been cooking? Since I was 6 years old. KC barbecue is the best. It is, okay, it is. But I use Gates barbecue sauce. Okay, the original classic kind. You can order this online. I believe it's gatesbarbecue.com. They're not paying me. This is not sponsored. Oh my God, my dad used to buy that sauce all the time. It's the best barbecue sauce ever in life. And I live in Texas, and they think they can barbecue and they can smoke a brisket. But this Kansas City barbecue, listen, so I do something different, right? Instead, I may glaze them at the end, but I'm gonna put a little bit of this Gates, the barbecue place by Union Station, something Jack's. Oh yeah, I've heard about that, and they can smoke a brisket. Okay, so I'm trying to open this up with one hand, but listen, I am going to pour some of this sauce. Oh man, I don't even have the bottle open. Open pit barbecue sauce, favorite thing to cook. Oh, steak probably. So listen, this is not typically how you see barbecue sauce being utilized, but I'm going to put a little bit on here, okay, to marinate the wings in, right? So that's 2 ingredients. So you want your favorite barbecue seasoning blend or whatever, and then you want your favorite barbecue sauce. Now listen, okay, yeah, you see me, you see what I'm doing right there? Thank y'all for the hearts. Listen, and stir this up. I'm gonna try to do it with one hand, y'all. This is difficult. The things I do for the scope, okay? Late night marinating of the chicken. Why did I say ribs? Like I must have got ribs on the brain. We started talking about barbecue and I got excited, right? So here's the thing. So we're using the barbecue sauce as a marinade, right? Because it's got all these wonderful flavors and spices in it. Why not? And it's in liquid form, okay? So now, because I like a peppier wing, yum, ribs, I know, right? Because I like a peppier wing, I'm going to add some freshly ground pepper to this. And in order for me to do this, y'all, I've got to pop this phone up because I got to be able to, can y'all see that? Maybe not. There we go. Okay, y'all can see this. I got my big giant pepper grinder here, and I'm just about to just pepper it on there. Pepper it, pepper it, pepper it. thank y'all for the hearts. I can kind of see the hearts. I like a lot of pepper, right? We're gonna stir that up. This is what I like. And then so that's 3 ingredients. So black pepper, your favorite barbecue spice blend, your favorite barbecue sauce, okay? And then this is gonna seem really odd, y'all, but I knew somebody, and every time they used to grill, they used to put lemon juice in a squeeze bottle with water, and they would put it as they was grilling chicken. It was so good. So I got a half a lemon here, right? Half of just a fresh lemon, and I'm just about to squeeze the juice right in here, just like that. Okay, get all the juice. Okay, and then if there's any little extra juice in there, boom. And I'm gonna stir that up. Obviously, I'm not putting no salt in here. There's already salt in the barbecue seasoning. But even then, guys, let me turn, there we go. Even then, if there wasn't salt, thank you guys so much for the hearts. If there wasn't salt in the barbecue seasoning, I wouldn't put salt in there normally. Do you use smoked paprika? I do, not necessarily with the barbecue, right? What does the lemon juice do? It adds this kind of tangy, like you never taste the lemon. Okay, I'm in Baton Rouge. I'm gonna be there in 3 hours. Just say so. I'm cooking these tomorrow. Cooking these tomorrow. So, and I'm gonna do these in the oven. Boom! You didn't even know. I'm gonna do them in the oven. But the lemon juice, I don't know what it is. It just makes it kind of tangy. You don't end up tasting the lemon juice per se, but it gives this certain like, you know, back here that I like on my barbecue, because I don't like sweet barbecue sauce. Now, if you have a barbecue sauce that's slightly sweeter, that acidity is going to tone down that sweetness a little bit. But y'all, listen, cook me some hot. That's funny. Oh, thank you guys so much for inviting your followers. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I get all them wings down in there. Okay. I like tang too. Exactly. If you're from Kansas City, you like a more savory sauce, and I may put a little bit extra on there, okay? Just to make sure everything's coated. Boom. And all I'm gonna do, y'all, is wrap this up and put it in the fridge, okay? So the key is when you're gonna cook these, you could grill these, you could drain them, flour and deep fry them. Oh, wait a minute. Wouldn't it be good? Hey, what's up? Wouldn't it be good, y'all, to take those wings tomorrow after the marinade? Take them out of the marinade, dry them off real good, flour and deep fry them so it's like a barbecued fried chicken. Get your life. I may do that one day. I'm not going to be frying tomorrow, but I'm going to do them in the oven. And the key is you want to make sure they're dry when you go in, otherwise they're not gonna brown. Wendy, I know, yes, wow, you see how my mind works, people? Yes, thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you guys for the hearts. I may do half and half, or I may have to come back later in the week and do like the barbecue fried chicken. So this was a small bag of wings. I'm just gonna wrap that in some plastic wrap. I'm gonna wrap up my lemon to do something else with. I still got plenty of sauce in here. For those of you guys who are curious about the Gates barbecue sauce. But must find Gates will look for it. You're not gonna find it in stores unless you live in Kansas City, and that's so real. I don't know why they're like that, but they're not nationwide. You have to order it online unless you live in Kansas City. Yeah, there you go. Or know somebody in Kansas City. Like when I go home, I get like 6 bottles at a time. Matter of fact, I got another bottle in my pantry. Listen, I'm gonna show you. See it right there in the bag. Gates barbecue in my pantry. How do you dry before baking? So I take them out of the marinade and I shake them off real good, and then I use a paper towel that doesn't have any dye in it. And that's pretty much how I dry all my meats, because here's the thing that most people don't know about cooking meats. In order to get that nice brown, that caramelization, that Maillard reaction, for those of you who are super scientific, to get that Maillard reaction where it's crusty brown on the outside, it has to be dry. Remember this, wet meat doesn't brown. Don't brown. So that's why some people, when they make steak or something else like that, okay, it's like gray on the outside because the meat was wet. Okay, so just remember that wet meat doesn't brown. They used to sell it in the store, stop years ago. Yeah, in Kansas City, yeah, you used to be able to buy it in the grocery store. I don't know if you still can, because I go straight to the restaurant when I go, and then I bring back like 6 bottles. And guys, they have other variations. Like they have a spicy, they have I think a sweet, and something else. But I'm telling you, the original classic is the business. Trust me when I tell you, I've had St. Louis style barbecue. I've had North Carolina barbecue. I've had Memphis barbecue. You're welcome, Blue Diamond. What's your real name? Like I've had Texas barbecue, right? I love barbecue. And listen, each one of those regions has its own thing that it does well. What's up in Mexico? The original is the bomb. Yes, the original is the bomb. So each kind of barbecue has its own thing that they do well. Like I said earlier, Texans can smoke a brisket. In the Carolinas, they know they can do some pulled pork. You know what I'm saying? Like they know what they're doing. However, Kansas City know they got that sauce. Okay, they know they got that sauce. And like, there's another place in Kansas City that people be trying to, it's not in. And thank you guys so much for all of the hearts. Whoop, whoop. I appreciate it. So let me show you guys this. And what I'm basically going to do is I'm just going to wrap it in plastic wrap. Okay, and I'm going to put it in my refrigerator. And when you are marinating raw meats, they need to go on the bottom shelf. Okay, just in case something happens, you don't want all of that raw chicken juice going over there. But here's the other tip, guys. When you get ready to cook these, however you choose to cook these the next day, okay, is that you want to bring them to room temperature. What you don't want to do is come straight out of the refrigerator and then dry these off and try to cook them, because what happens is if they're ice cold, okay, if this is the wing and it's ice cold, around the edge is going to heat up first, and then by the time it gets to the middle, you could be well done on the outside and raw on the inside. Okay, and that pretty much goes for any meat. Like, you want to bring your meats up to room temperature before, or as close to room temperature as possible before you cook them. Like, I have a homegirl today, and she was asking me how to cook a steak, and I was telling her, I was like, you need to go ahead and put the steaks on the counter. She was cooking some ribeyes, and I was like, and get them as close to room temperature as possible, because what you want is even heat transfer through the meat, right? So whether it's a steak, fish, your Thanksgiving turkey, a ham, chicken wings, you name it, it needs to be as close to room temperature as possible so you can have even heat transfer throughout the meat. It's kind of like the same as boiling a potato. If anybody knows how to boil a potato, you do not put a potato in boiling water. You put a potato in room temperature water and you bring it all up together, because you don't want the outside of the potato to be overcooked and mushy before the inside is cooked. It's the same thing with meats. Yes, because that's what I do. You know I'm a cooking instructor, right? Blue Diamond, did you tell me your real name if you want to? That's what I do professionally. I do cooking classes. I just saw that info on Facebook. Really? You making hot wings? I'm making barbecue wings, but I'm making barbecue wings. But I'm just marinating it. And if you haven't seen it, I'll show it to you. And I'm going to cook them tomorrow. So let me show you. For those of you who don't know, I'm doing a free live cooking class this Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on knife skills. I did a Periscope earlier and I was showing everybody my knife kit. So you guys see all my knives. That's my entire knife kit. I counted. I have 23. Let me see if I can do it this way. I have 23 knives. It's crazy. It's a little crazy right now. But if you want to know, yes, I made you a hair show last year. My name is Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia. Oh, apartment. Okay, so goals. That's so cool. If you want to know like what knives you need, because you obviously don't need 23. Let me just tell you that's a bit excessive. But if you want to know like what knives you need, how to care for them, how to cut properly, I'm gonna be going through all that for free. No registration required. You don't have to put your email address in or anything like that. This Saturday. So if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook at ChefEvelyn, all the details are there, and like my most recent post. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna wrap them wings up, put them in the fridge. Just remember tomorrow, Jolie. Okay. Just remember tomorrow, or excuse me, like if you're gonna do them the next day, to bring them to room temperature. So 4-ingredient oven barbecue wings. Your favorite barbecue seasoning. Your favorite barbecue sauce. Oh, my spice. What's my favorite spice? Ooh, that's rough to ask a chef. That's like asking me like, what's my favorite limb? You know, it's not a spice. It's a mineral, but I love smoked salts. Spices, I don't know. I mean, there's so many. I love them all. I love them all. I'm about to go through that. Plus, my spice collection is not like what you think. I mean, I could give you a little preview, but I normally don't have bottles like that because I don't buy them that way. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, my mom uses smoked sauce. Oh yeah, like liquid smoke. Okay, listen. Like I get like, oh, here we go. Let me show you guys. So this is kind of raggedy, but just bear with me. This is like, like a canister that you normally keep flour or sugar in or whatever, and I keep spices in here because I don't like to buy whole bottles of spices. So like I've got an Applewood smoked sea salt. I've got, what is this? I use a lot of smoked paprika. It's a whole bunch of bag spices in there. If you look in here, I just got spices upon spices. This is how I buy my spices. I buy them in bags because look at the pricing. Okay, when this was full, I paid 7 cents for that, right? Like this is whole oregano. I paid 18 cents for that when I bought it. When I got, let me see what else is in here. That's cinnamon. When I bought some ground cinnamon, I paid 25 cents for that. Like, I'm not about to be out here paying $5, $6 for a bottle of spice. Like, I'm not about to do it. I like to have too much variety. And so, I don't know how many of y'all have been rocking with me for a while. Thank you guys so much for the hearts, by the way. But I did an online cooking class a couple of years ago called Spice of Your Life, where I talked about that, where I don't buy big, like that jar that you guys saw earlier. Somebody gave that to me. I typically don't buy spices like that because I can't get through them fast enough to use them, and ground spices expire and lose their pungency every 3 months, right? So I can't get through them fast enough to use them. Y'all got me sweating. And I've been hearing a lot about the smoked paprika. What is it used for? Oh, what is it not used for? Okay. Hey everybody. I use mainly I love to use it. Okay, so here we go already. Got the block people. I'm already sold to this channel. Oh, yay. I use smoked paprika mainly, like I love charmula. If you guys know what charmula is, maybe I'll talk about it one day. It's similar to pesto, similar to chimichurri, but different, if that makes any sense. But y'all, that's how I do my spices. So I need a better organization system, but I'm probably never gonna go to a bottle spice. Like the only thing I buy in a big container is salt. And I use kosher salt or sea salt. So and I freshly ground my black pepper. Thanks for giving me a lot of help. No problem. That's my pleasure. This is what I do. Okay? This is what I do. So like any grocery store where you can go to and you can get the spices in bulk like that, you want to do that, because here's the thing. Sometimes you need a spice and you only need like a teaspoon of it. Well, I'm not about to pay $5 for a whole container of something that I may not use again in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And so there it is, sitting in my cabinet, getting old, going rancid, losing its pungency or whatever. So and I'll probably do a scope or a video or a blog post on that one day. But anyway, guys, thanks for the tips on purchasing spices. All day, every day, you know I got you. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna put those wings in the fridge. I'm gonna cook them off tomorrow. I'll probably show you guys sometime tomorrow on the scopes. It's either gonna be really early in the day, like before noon Central Time, or really late at night, because I'm working tomorrow. I have a class. But Yeah, that's pretty much it. And don't forget, like I said, I'm doing the free, no registration required, no email address required cooking class. A knife skills class online, so you can watch anywhere in the world that you are. This Saturday, it's going to be on a Google Hangout. So if you go to Google Plus and you search for Chef Evelyn, you will see the details for it, and you can have the link. You don't have to go through like an opt-in gate or anything like that. Yes. Oh, don't say that. But thank you that you're going to be watching. And so I'm just going to be talking about that because I really feel like that's why some people don't like to cook, is because they spend so much time in the kitchen prepping and it takes all day. But once you have quality knives and you know how to use them properly, you save so much time in the kitchen. Like I tell people, knife skills should be the first class you take. So that's why that's going to be my first class of the year. And then I'm going to leave it up after it. So even if you can't make it live, you still want to go and get the link, because I'm going to leave it up so that people can watch it. Just because it's like when I've been cooking since I was 6 years old, but once I figured out how to like use a knife properly and the right kind of knives and how to take care of them or whatever, I cut at least 30 to 45 minutes of my prep time out. Okay, because now I can bang out stuff. So, and thank y'all for the hearts. But anyway, y'all, it's getting late and I have to get up in the morning. I have stuff to do. I need to wrap these wings up. Let's look at the wings one more time. If you don't have a glass bowl, you can do this in a Ziploc baggie. Okay. But looking really, really good. It's something different to marinate in the actual barbecue sauce. When I did this before, it was just an experiment, and it was really, really, really good. And so I liked the flavor that it gave, because it gave me the flavor of barbecue without all of the mess. But you could certainly still cook them off and then still glaze them with barbecue sauce. So put a little bit more flavor, why not? Because I don't like to keep dry, so a little bit more seasoning on there. 4 ingredients, guys. 4 ingredients. And it doesn't have to be these exact things that I have. While I'm partial to Gates barbecue sauce, you may not like it. You use your favorite barbecue sauce, your favorite spice, oven temperature, and how long to bake. I did it at 400 degrees. And I'll probably talk about this tomorrow too. And so I'm going to say this, but I got to tell you a story first, so I don't sound like a smarty pants when you ask me how long. Okay, when I was in culinary school, I had a chef, and, you know, class was at 6 a.m. in the morning, right? And so we called him OGG. He was an old German guy. And he would always come in with a thermos full of coffee that was clear, a.k.a. vodka, right? And so we would always be like, Chef Gru, you know, how do we know it's done or whatever? And he was like, how long do we cook it? And he would always tell us till it's done. So here's the thing, right? When it comes to cooking temperatures, and this is why I'm not really a fan, okay, of giving temperatures, particularly when it comes to meat. Giving times when it comes to meat, because, well, how big is your pan? Is your oven really at 400 degrees? Did you bring your wings to room temperature? Is your oven calibrated? How far spread apart are they on the pan? Are your wings way bigger than mine? Are they all flatties? Or like, there's so many variables that go into timing that if I give you a time, it may not be accurate. And so I'm really hesitant about giving times. And so I didn't want to just say, so do you dry them off before you cook them? I do dry them off, yes. I didn't want to say, girl, till it's done, because that would kind of sound smart alecky, but that's pretty much the answer. But I like some people like their wings fried hard, which I do. So when I bake mine, I like them baked hard, if that makes sense, because then they start to get crispy on the outside. But they only get crispy if they're dry. They will be all like weird with the skin if they're wet. So I will tell you this. Till they're safe to eat is 165 degrees Fahrenheit internal temperature. But I like to cook mine hard, so I let them go longer. So the last time, I think I cooked them for maybe little over a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, until they were like extra crispy, slightly dry. But I like my wings like that. If you don't like your wings, quote unquote, fried hard or cooked hard, you just want to go until there's no pink in the center. So, and that just really depends on what size pan did you use. Did it have a lip on the side? Did it not have a ledge? So I think when I start doing, makes sense, got it, and things. Yeah, so I think when I start doing these classes, I'm going to get into that. Because just like I was telling my friend today who had a steak, she was doing ribeyes. When she sent me the picture of the ribeyes, they were 2 different thicknesses. And I was like, yeah, I was like, well, one, I can't see them, you know, whatever. But I told her, I was like, you know, until your desired doneness. It takes a while to know that. But anyway, I kind of went off on a tangent. Lots of variables, yes. I kind of went off on a tangent. That's why I get so frustrated, though, when I see these cooking shows and they're like, and cook for 25 minutes. Only if you have the exact same parameters that they have. It's usually a range. So anyway, that's it, guys. Like I said, if you want to catch the replay to see what I put in the wings tonight, all my Periscope replays are on catch.tv/ChefEvelyn. And don't forget about the free live stream knife skills cooking class this Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. No registration required, but all the details are on my Facebook and Instagram at ChefEvelyn. All of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, you name it, it's all at ChefEvelyn. I thank you guys so much for the hearts, even the hearts in the replay. And I will see you tomorrow after I bake these. I make sure you how I dry them after I bake these off, and then show you how they turn out. All right, y'all. Good night.